Hello, it's John from Handiwork Games. Thought we'd take a look at The Burn, which has arrived in print. Let's take a look. So The Burn is a setting for our storytelling game, The Silver Road. This is a 44-page softcover book. It's in full colour. The setting was written by Malcolm Craig, who, if you're a real aficionado of classic UK indie role-playing games, you may know Malcolm's name from Cold City, Hot War, A-State, which we published the second edition of. I think Malcolm is a really brilliant writer. Now, coincidentally, Malcolm grew up in this area that Handiwork Games is based in. I'm not from here originally, I moved here. But Malcolm lived just down the road throughout his childhood. And The Burn is about Polmont Burn, which we're in Brighton's Polmont area of Falkirk. And the Burn is a river, stream, a burn, in fact, in Scots, that runs just around the local area. And he has written this setting for the Silver Road, which takes a sort of folkloric approach to memory and childhood, and takes some of the stuff from Mask Witches of Forgotten Dogland, the battle against spirits, and trying to sort of preserve something, which is a big theme of Mask Witches, and takes it into this new setting. Because it is set in the kind of 70s, 80s, present day kind of time, it needs a lot less setting information than Mask Witches. Mask Witches is 156 pages or something. This one fits very nicely into 44 pages. But anyway, rather than just looking at me talking, let's flip through the book. So for this one is illustrated with models again, much like Mask Witches is, but because it's set in an actual place, Polmont Burn, I could take the models that I made of the wee folk that you play out to the actual places in the fiction, which was really quite remarkable, really quite a special project, I think. So you've got all these photos of these two characters as they explore the burn. Have a look through the book. This was amazing for me. This gave me a real appreciation for kind of where I live, and places that I've never been to that are very close to my house. That's, you know, a really interesting thing. There's a general sort of ecological slant to it about pollution and litter and general decay of the natural world, which the wee folk who you play are trying to prevent. You need the Silver Road rules to play this. Grab those in PDF or in print as well. But otherwise, it's got everything else you need. Love that photo. Missed a page, there we go. This is amazing. So I walk across this bridge here. I walk across it most days with my dog. And I've never been down to see what was underneath the bridge. When you're a kid, no place like this is kind of safe from your attention. I mean, what a brilliant spot. But as an adult, you tend to forget these things and you don't go to these places. So evil spirits in The Burn tend to take the form of sort of conglomerations of litter or spilled chemicals, generalized bad stuff in the environment. This was an amazing place here. This is a culvert, really big culvert actually, that runs underneath the main road to the station in Polmont. And you have to sort of quite difficult to get to this. A bit of, you know, acrobatics involved to get down here to where the burn crosses under the road. And I had just the most magical time down here. There's some nature stuff that I don't want to talk about going on in that spot, just in case idiots go and mess with it. But an amazing thing that did happen that I will tell you about is just after I took this photograph, a deer came out of nowhere, and this is in the kind of the middle of the town, but it's like a little wooded area that's sort of fenced in on all sides by roads, but a deer came out of nowhere and just charged through the shop between me and the figures. And then a bit later on, it came charging back the other way. I think because all the wild garlic is out and in sort of full effect, I'm not sure that it could pick up my scent. I don't think it knew I was there. But yeah, it was amazing. Oh yeah, and there we are in there. What an amazing place. I'm going to keep saying what an amazing place. It's quite dull to keep saying that. Oh, look, that's a sad one. This is underneath, there's an old road that goes to Polmont House formerly. I think it is the old manor house that I don't think is there anymore. Malcolm can correct me if I'm wrong. But there's still a really fancy, huge sort of 3-arch bridge that used to carry the drive to the house, and that's still there, although it's kind of hidden in a park, and you have to do a bit of scrambling around to get down underneath it. A lot of people do hang out there. They have fires down there and leave a lot of litter down underneath the bridge. As I was photographing this, it was really coming into the golden hour, which is a really lovely time to take photos. But I also realized it was Friday night, and the folks that like to go down under the bridge and build fires and do all sorts under there were probably making their way there. So I had to beat a bit of a hasty retreat because it's quite isolated. Although it's in the town, you're not really near anybody. And hey, it might just be kids who are cool and just would be interested. But I was aware that I would be quite happy if they were bad uns. I'd be quite happy to let them take my camera, I guess, but not the 2 figures that I made. They were sort of irreplaceable. So I wanted to get out of there rather than have any kind of confrontation. A bit cowardly, maybe. Maybe I would have made some friends, but, you know. Look at this guy here. Also, this part of the burn, it's a series of waterfalls. Absolutely amazing place. This is behind a load of new build houses built around the same time as my house. I had no idea there's this almost, it looks like a sort of highland waterfall, all sort of big broad steps with water cascading down, hidden away in these trees. You wouldn't, unless you actually went looking for it, you'd never find it. Quite magical, which again, the setting is all about that. Look at that, it's one of my favourites. I'm not sure how that will be in shot. Just, they're so small. There we go, yeah, that's the burn. I think that's really cool. And this has changed the way I kind of relate to where I live. When I'm walking around my hometown now, I'm always thinking about these little guys and how I would photograph them. And it really changes the way I see landscape, I guess. And memory is really interesting. It's cool. Check it out. We're at handiwork.games. Hope you enjoyed having a look through that. I'm really proud of this book. I think it's something really quite unique. I've never seen anything like this in the role-playing game space or storytelling game space. I mean, hey, there's so much out there now. I'm probably not completely accurate in saying that, but I've never come across anything quite like this. I'm really pleased with it. Cool.